So welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
And this is, of course, Conversations with the Crawleys, where we have conversations about faith, family, relationships, and recaps, reviews, and commentary on some of our favorite TV shows, especially the romantic ones, relationship shows. So if this content you enjoy, definitely make sure you do the following. What? Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, request notifications,
and share.
And then we will definitely see you in the comments. All right. So this season,
interesting.
Yeah.
That's as much you can sum it up.
Yes. So, of course, we're talking about Married at First Sight, season 13, in Houston, Texas. We have reached decision day.
Finally, we are here.
So this season was draining, not as draining as last season. Well, listen, I mean,
you took the energy out of the room.
Well, because it's like, you know what? Some of y'all just got problems. We'll talk about it. Not as bad as last season. Season 12 was just...
That was just one couple. It was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
From beginning to end. All right. So we, they kind of jump right into it. They, of course, do the recap of, oh, this is what it's about, what have you. Mirla and Gil are the first ones to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're asking, what did you think about it? How did things go?
Right.
Mirla doing Mirla things. Basically was like, the wedding was terrible.
Right. She's like, I didn't like the wedding. I didn't like meeting new people. And I'm like, this is what he's talking about. Like, and they're like, you're joking. Oh, no, you're serious. Oh, my God. All the experts are like, oh, my God, you're serious.
Yeah.
So you wanted just to get a piece of paper saying you married to this man and walk out of the door?
Right.
Okay, that don't work that way.
Yeah. And so... typically, it is the bride that is just like consumed with the wedding, right? So she's not typical in that fashion. But to be like, it was horrible. It was terrible. I had to meet new people. So, maybe there is some introvertedness in her, but that's to the extreme, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of an introvert, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's an extreme where it's like, I don't want to be at my own wedding.
Right. Even though she picked out this knockout gown,
right.
I mean, she didn't look like she was not interested.
Yeah.
So.
And we find out for certain, not just in the trailer, but yes, they have consummated. Looks like, based upon their calculations, like week 6. So.
Right.
And Gil is pretty excited about it because he tells everybody he
tells all his business. That's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't new, but I know the man was like, I'm not even gonna get a kiss. So for him to get consummated, he probably was surprised himself.
I would not be surprised if there is a billboard somewhere in Houston where Gil is like, we did it. All right. So then, with the ring, there was something with the ring. She wasn't wearing a ring.
She didn't like the ring.
Yeah, she said it was ugly.
She didn't. I mean, all this is at the beginning. Like, he didn't have to say anything. She's expressing his concerns. And
the experts are getting their chance to see it firsthand.
Right.
Right. And then he does make the comments that her moodiness puts him in a bad place.
Sure.
Right.
You can imagine.
And so she at least acknowledges, what, those are things that I can work on. Their biggest conflict and their biggest issue has been money and their approach to it. Right. She makes the statements that he would be happy living in a box. And yes, he said that, but he's basically saying, I'm content wherever I am. If that's where I am at that moment, I'm going to have the optimism to look at the brighter side and be happy. She took it as that's where he wants to live.
Right.
He's like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
He's like, I would like nice things, but not at the expense where it's out of my budget or not out of the expense of I pick the house over you.
Right. He's like, I don't have to have it.
Right.
I like those things.
Right.
But it's not a necessity that I have, and my life is incomplete if I don't.
Right.
So as we kind of predicted, they both say yes.
Who predicted?
Okay, yeah, you did.
I predicted because you weren't feeling them. So,
I wasn't feeling them at the beginning. I get it.
You were not feeling her. You were like, You come in halfway close to the end, and now all of a sudden, as we predicted, that's interesting.
I still am not sure that they'll be together in a year, but they are together. They said yes. Anyway, on to the next couple. All right, so Johnny and Bao, right? Johnny comes in. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I'm undecided. Bao comes in and looking good in her red dress. She got the red dress. She wearing it. The experts are like, yeah, that's your color.
Right.
She says that she recognizes that they have had more highs than lows, right? And I think that's always important to recognize in a relationship that unless you have more lows than highs, right?
Right.
And he says he was happiest with the little stuff. He didn't need all the big things. He was just happy to be there.
Spontaneous acts. I'm assuming some of the things he talk about when the cameras run around or whatever.
So, and then the experts ask about what were their biggest challenges, right? And she says their biggest challenge was communication.
Right.
Them, being able to express what they were feeling and sensing and what have you to each other.
Sure.
Johnny says his biggest challenge was not to run.
Right.
And Bao's like, what? Huh? You've been running. From the moment we got back from the honeymoon, you've been running. You've been finding different ways to throw red flags into the equation. What do you mean your biggest challenge was not to run?
It wasn't even a challenge for you. You didn't even make it a challenge. It was like, run. Okay. Yeah.
So then Bao also talks about how she feels like she lost her voice in the marriage.
Right.
And she's like, the person that she desires or thinks of herself as, she feels that she lost that. And Johnny was like, well, I listened to you. I did nothing but listen to you. She's like, I don't think we remember our arguments the same way you do.
Yeah. They both came in like, even close how they responding to each other.
So
like he had to go back and write all the episodes.
Yeah. Johnny needs to binge watch this season.
Can I get all the unfiltered, unedited tape of us just so I can recall what happened?
Right. Neither one of these, let's just be honest, neither one of them were perfect in this.
Oh, no.
As they're moving forward, right?
No.
They both had their moments of doing well, and they both had their moments of doing badly, right? I think, though, that you saw the effort, in my opinion, from Bao more than you saw from Johnny.
Right.
And so Johnny's like, they asked Johnny, and Johnny's like, yes, I want to do this. I want to stay married.
And I knew he was going to say yes. So I did. You asked me, like, before he made his decision, and I was like, he's going to say yes.
Bao, on the other hand, is like,
yeah, that was a little shocked about.
No, if I wasn't that shocked by it, because if you listen to even what she was saying in their conversation, she was saying she felt that she lost her voice. She felt that, and even later on, she said, that it was too little, too late, right? So I wasn't as surprised by her response. So
I was thinking because of her parents' history and what they endured to get to a good marriage.
Right.
I thought she was going to pull more from that and see if they could potentially work out.
Yeah.
But from what her comment was, he's like, you didn't try for the last 3 weeks, then why should I try anymore?
Right.
And that he's not consistent, so I don't trust it.
Yeah, she was like, I can't trust that it's going to change.
So I understand.
We've had 8 weeks and it's been going downhill.
Right.
So why would I trust that now all of a sudden things are going to go uphill?
Right.
Don't work that way, bro. She said she was looking for commitment and support, and she wasn't getting it. So she's like,
deuces. I'll be out. If you don't be out, I'm going to be out.
I'm be out with Zach.
Stage right. I'm gone.
All right. So then the biggest non-surprise of this whole season, Brett and Ryan.
Yes.
So they come in, they are reviewing the good times, right? If you just take those snippets out, you're like, oh, okay, they like each other.
Of course they like each other.
No, they don't like each other.
You don't think they like? You don't think she likes him?
I think
as a friend.
She is a very distant friend.
A distant friend.
She like, I'll see you at the Married First Sight reunions, but that's it. She ain't going out. She's not going out to the country to hang out with him.
No, she's not.
They differ politically.
Yeah. So yeah.
They differ musically.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see him at an R&B concert. So no. I got you.
Mm-mm. So, and he talks about how he, wanted to be a respectful guy, whatever. And Dr. Pepper
came in firing shots. Dr. Pepper's like, okay,
let's go.
Since the niceness is over now, tell me how the app gets on your phone. What's up with the app?
And so here's the thing that it's like, okay, you did it.
Right.
Take responsibility for it.
Right. It just didn't happen. It just happened.
No.
Single people's phone. It comes with dating apps. It's an extra perk.
That must be an iPhone thing where apps just show up randomly. I don't know. But yes, he's trying to make it seem like the app just magically appeared. And they're like, no,
when that shit happened.
You did that, bro.
My hand, it reassauled.
And then he's basically like, he's trying to blame everything on the fact that he has a type. He's like, I'm
like, 35. I have a type. Oh, but was
it Dr. Viviana?
No, it was Pastor Cal.
Oh,
or was it? I can't remember who said it. Was it Dr. Viviana? Someone said, your type.
You had everything with your type.
You done tried your type several times. Is that just an excuse?
Yeah.
I'm like this. Your type hasn't worked, is what they're getting at.
Right.
Because you would have married your type by now.
Right.
At 35.
Right.
So, is it you? Which you are the common denominator.
Yes.
And so, why not figure out how to work those things out?
Right.
But you didn't want to work it out.
Mm-mm. So, big surprise. They both say yes.
What?
I know. No, they said no.
What are you doing?
Both said no. If they had said yes, look,
I'd be like,
we wouldn't have done this video. We would still be trying to figure out what the heck did,
Like, did somebody pay y'all to say yes?
But no, they both say no. They are done.
They both say no. They're done.
They were done week 1.
They were done week 1.
Michaela and Zach.
Bless their hearts.
All right. And listen, we're gonna do another video digging into Zach in just a moment, right? But here's the thing. Zach is there. They're talking. They're talking. Michaela's she's feeling good about where things are.
Feeling good. Got a vibe. She looking good. Got a cowboy Houston boots on.
Right.
We're working it.
Zach is like, pulls out his paper.
And they were like, whoa. This is not about you telling us what your decision is. Zach, can you please just tell us the important good times you had? Oh, this is what this is.
But here's the thing. That might have been part of the best move for Zach because the boy cannot communicate. So at least listen, if he had to write it down, have a Grammarly check on it, too bad there's nothing that can really, dig into the content of it. But he may need to write down stuff because at least maybe the flow of taking it from here to here gets lost in translation. So maybe if he takes it a little further down, puts it to his hand and writes it out, it might do better.
Right, but then you got to follow through.
Yeah.
You got to follow through.
So they're talking. She feels that he really cares because he does say that he loves her too, right? He sees the day as a new beginning, right? So he's saying all the things that...
all the right things.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
I love you. I love you.
He's happy. He's thankful.
He's happy. He's thankful.
Once again, he's crying.
Closest to my mother without being an incest. That's how important you are to me. Is what he get. That's what he said, right? She's the next woman important to me. But I get to have sex with you. I can't have it with my mother. But you're the next best woman. You're the next best woman in my life.
Wow.
I'm just saying. She's important.
He's
all the things you say to someone you love and want to
Oh,
be
yeah.
with, right?
She even acknowledges. She's like, look, she acknowledges where the growth is needed. That I can't respond the way I want to. I've responded, right?
Right.
So they ask, what do you want to do?
Ask her first.
Right, Michaela's. I want to stay married.
I want to stay married. Yes.
She's like, I love Zach.
I got issues. I've learned all my 8 weeks. I learned what not to do.
We can grow from this. We can see
how this turns out.
Zach, on the other hand, I want a divorce.
From my mental state.
Wait, no, before they get there, before he starts getting to the mental state, he does make a statement that I'm like, okay, I get the fact that it gets lost in translation from here to here, because he says he wants to divorce the last 8 weeks. But then the experts are like, wait, let's help you interpret this. What are you saying? All right, you want a divorce, or do you want to move on from the last 8 weeks?
Right. Because you can't say the last 8 weeks made you who you are.
Right.
And then divorce from it. Because there's growth in those last 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It showed you how not to flee and to talk it through, and how well you don't communicate, and how sometimes you're thinking so much and overthinking, and everything can be out of whack.
Right.
Because we can't communicate well. So you can't really divorce that.
Right.
You appreciate the moment of growth.
Mm-hmm.
But for you to say no, but I still want to date you.
He's still trying to get.
And everyone's like, what? No is the definite, like, I don't want to be with you.
Right.
Now, yes, but this is what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
The yes, but we need to still work on this. Yes.
But I need to see this change.
I need to see this change.
And they're like, could you understand that? And Michaela's like, I could get with that.
I could get with that.
She's like, I can roll with the yes, but it's the no.
It's the no.
That changes things.
No, but because you said, well, I don't even know if we want to still live together, or I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Timeout, flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Penalty. You need to leave 10 yards. What? Because I need you to decide if you're going to come home and we're going to work this out from being able to communicate and see each other every day.
Right.
This, you staying at your place and playing games and then falling asleep thing, and I don't know where you are. It's all the uncertainties of that.
Right.
Are you saying we can date? Now, are you saying we can date and still be married? We got an open relationship? What is this?
Yeah, I got a Will and Jada entanglement going on. What's going on with that? But Pastor Callie breaks it down like a 5-year-old. He's like, this is what this means. This is what this means. Which one do you want, Zach? Do you want to be married, or do you want a divorce? Which means she walking out that door, and there's possibly the opportunity that you'll never see her again.
He said there's a nail in the coffin.
Which do you want, Zach? I want them both. I mean, basically, he's like, I want them both.
Right. He's like, well, for my mental sake.
Yes.
I got divorced the 8 weeks for my mentally. Okay, mentally you divorced him for the 8 weeks.
Make it make sense, bro.
But you're not going to still live with your wife, and we're going to be dating. That's like being, like people who are separated, I guess. Like, hey, we're in a separation. But you're going to put me in limbo when we don't need to be in limbo? Because we only did 8 weeks, right?
Make a decision.
So if you're going to divorce the 8 weeks, it's almost like we're starting over. So I'm just going to divorce you and decide I'm just going to date other people.
And if I see you in the club, then I see you in the club. Maybe I'll get your number then. But we done, right? It's over.
I couldn't do that because for my mental state.
Right.
Just like you have to have a mental state, I'm going to go ahead and divorce you and learn from my 8 weeks. Right. How that sound?
Yep. So even as after they walk out, Pastor Cal is like, what the heck was that? I know Pastor Cal wanted to cuss.
He wanted to cuss. It's okay.
It's okay. Grace is available.
All
right. But yeah, they are done on a split decision. All right. Jose and Rachel, they're lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
They call themselves Rose now.
Why they call themselves Rosé?
Because they are one. They are joined at the hip. They are, yeah. So they get into, of course, the conversation of, you know, some of the communication issues, right. the deadbolt situation.
Right.
You know, for her, it was a scary thing because how he argued and how he responded. Mm-hmm. How does that look going forward? Mm-hmm. In the second least surprising move of the evening, they stay together.
Yeah, they stay together.
Right. So. I mean, listen, we knew they were staying together from week one, basically. Right.
I mean,
the only hiccup that they had was the only hiccup they had was the locked out, and basically I still don't know that they'll be together long term. That's the other couple for them. I don't know. All right, and then afterwards, of course, all the couples meet up at a restaurant and kind of go through letting everybody know what the statuses are. Michaela does a job, I won't say a good job or a bad job. She just does a job of kind of deflecting the attention on Zach. Because, you know, of course it was like, can you deal with this if this happens, what have you? So Michaela does still kind of, because she does love him, she does care about him, at least at this stage. And it sounds like they have had conversations since decision day where she's at least open to seeing what's ahead. Right? Zach, though, of course, Zach, you got to man up, bro. Because Zach is sitting there with his head down, what have you. It's like, look, if that's your opinion, that's how you want to put it. Say what you got to say. Man up, say it to everybody. She shouldn't have to explain your mind state to people. Now, she can help to interpret it, which is what she does, too. She's
trying, but she don't even know, to be honest. And everyone here is saying the same thing that the expert says. You're confused. I mean, Brett was like, even though we're having whiplash and don't understand what you're saying and what you're trying to comprehend, long as that work for y'all happy, y'all do y'all.
She's like, if y'all understand what y'all just said to each other,
interpreting, that's on y'all or whatever language.
I couldn't do it.
Vulcan, if that's Vulcan,
I wouldn't do it.
Go ahead.
That's for y'all.
That's for y'all.
So that's pretty much. I mean, of course, they're going around talking, what have you. But that's pretty much it for decision day. Next week, of course, is the reunion special.
It's the reunion. Ooh, it's looking again juicy fruit.
All right, so listen, look, we are definitely, you want to make sure you're here as we discuss the reunion special, because I'm expecting that some of the things that we've kind of teased, even in fact, the Zach and Bao situation looks like there may be something there we might be able to see. We'll see.
Maybe they're just friends.
We'll see. But that link is in the description there. Oh, baby, you got what I need. All right, anyway. So listen, that's it for this video. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
Peace and so grease.
We're out.